So I bought an Oculus Rift, and I learned some things about it pretty quickly. So as soon as I set it up, the setup process is a whole nother fun part of the story. But we get this thing set up, and it's awesome because I'm showing my wife for the first time. She loves Oculus, and I'm loving it. And we're just VR is just amazing, and we're playing this game, and we start to play Dead and Buried. It's one of the free games that comes with the Oculus, and when we get it, we're getting into it, we're learning about the game, and we find this kind of game mode. We don't know if it's going to be real people or not. So when I get into the game, my wife's feeding my son, so she's in the room, my son's in the room, and get in the game, and I hear all these people talking, and I was like, yeah, they're real people. And she's like, how can you tell they're real people? And I was like, well, they're talking. And she was like, oh, okay, what are they saying? And I was like, well, my son's in the room, so I couldn't repeat any of it because, it's internet language. So I was like, they got foul mouths. And she was like, oh, okay. They got like headsets or mics or something. And I was like, yeah, they got some kind of a mic. And then the guy goes, yeah, we got mics. And I was just like, and I went and I reset my computer instantly because I had no idea the Oculus had a mic in it, and that people were hearing everything I was saying and everything my wife was saying. I had no idea what the pickup pattern was on it. None. And so it was a big shock. I talked to people online before. That wasn't the problem. It was just a shock of it all. And there's this whole nother, when you're in VR, like they see your posture a little bit, the way your head kind of moves, and they see your arms move, and it's not like you're there, but it's a little different because you're like posturing in front of them and talking. So I don't know, it's like a whole nother step of it, and they can hear your conversations in the room that you thought were private. Like it was just a lot to take in a moment when I didn't even think the Oculus had a built-in mic. I thought I had no mics connected to my desktop at all. So that was fun. So end up when I brought this thing home, I was so excited because I just played my friend's Vive, and I wanted to play VR so bad, and I knew the Oculus was in my price range. I was excited to test it out, so my wife agreed, and I rushed to Best Buy, and Best Buy is like 30 minutes away from my house, and I rushed back. So it's been like an hour and a half by the time I get through traffic and all the way to Best Buy and buy it, and then get all the way back from Best Buy, and I'm racing to set this thing up, and I'm a computer technician, so I'm like, I got this, and I go to set it up, and I realize I have 3 display outs and only 1 HDMI on my RX 480, and I'm like, well, darn, because I'm using the HDMI cable to my TV, and you need an HDMI cable for the Oculus, and so it just hit me. I don't have the cables I need to do this, so I ran to Walmart. I was just like, I gotta go to Walmart. I ran to Walmart, and I get there, and turns out Walmart has mini display to whatever you want. The small version, mini display to anything. Do they have full display? No. Do they have full display to anything? No. They don't have anything that has a full display connector on it, whether it's a cable, an adapter, anything. They just have zero full display. And so I'm really upset, and I text Steven, and I'm like, Steven, where else in our town can we get a full display adapter to anything? And he was like, well, how about, oh shoot, what is it? I don't even go there. No one goes here. And it was not Circuit City. I don't think they exist anymore. It's not Staples. We had a Staples. It's gone now because no one went. It's not Best Buy. Otherwise, I would have bought the Oculus there. It's one of those office supply stores that it isn't Best Buy because Best Buy's got all sorts of fun stuff, and this doesn't have fun stuff. It's only got computer stuff, and it's way overpriced. So I get to the store, and I rush in, and I find a guy, and I'm like, I need a full display to HDMI. And he was like, an adapter or cable? I was like, anything. Just give me a full display to HDMI, anything, and we're okay. So the guy looks through. He finds one. Out of the whole store, they only have one. I can't believe no one has full display. Crazy. And so he's got a full display to HDMI adapter. I have extra HDMI cable, so I'm like, sweet, I'll take it. And I get it, and I just run straight to the front of the store, and I give it to the lady checking at the register, and she scans it, and she's like, that'll be $20. And I'm like, $20 is a lot of money for those adapters. Those adapters should be like 5 or 3 or 1, depending on where you're buying it and how used it is or whatever. This is just a little measly, no-name adapter from a factory in China that somebody stamped their name on it, and they have it in a store waiting for me to pick up for $20. But I paid it. They set the price right, because I still paid it. Gosh, I'm so mad that I paid $20 for that adapter, but I paid it. I scanned my credit card because I'm just like getting everything on my credit card for the Oculus because I'm just ready to get in there and start playing games. And so give my credit card and run home, and I finally get it set up, and then my computer won't post or something, and I'm like, this is nuts. And I'm a computer technician, so I'm like really upset because this is, I'm not supposed to be having these problems. I fix these problems. I don't have these problems. And so I do troubleshooting. I figure out there's not enough power for my graphics cards to turn on. So it's like it's posting, but I can't see any display. And I think it's powered my graphics card. And all I did was take my computer and move it from point A to point B. I even moved the monitor I was using too to test it with the monitor to make sure it wasn't the TV or the connection or the HDMI cable. Changed all that out. I promise, I swear, it wasn't any of those things. It was the power delivery to the card for something, and it wasn't inside my computer because I took the same power cable that I was using in the office with it working. I took it and I moved what plug it was in just on the power strip. I just changed the plug it was in to the wall. Started working perfectly. And that power strip's ancient. It's probably as old as me. It's a really old power strip. So I'm not surprised that it's got some trouble. So I plug it into the wall. Suddenly my computer turns on because now my graphics card has enough power to run. So now finally I have the adapter, my computer's running, and I'm scarfing down Taco Bell as fast as I can. I get this thing installed. The install process, I knew it was going to take a while because you're installing a lot. You're installing games. You're installing a big software. So finally I get all that installed. I get the adapter in. I get the Oculus set up. Whew. It shouldn't have been that hard, but it was worth it. I really am enjoying this thing. So thanks for watching. You've just seen a Tall Tech Tales from Techdive. We do all sorts of computer enthusiast stuff here. We have videography stuff, gaming stuff, computer building stuff, computer testing stuff. And Tall Tech Tales is our Tuesday kind of talk show thing. Not talk show. Well, we might interview people. The idea is just kind of a general show where we just talk about the fun tech stuff going on in our lives, whether our first experiences with the Oculus, that's not a review style, right? Our reviews are on Friday. Or whether it's kind of just the fun story of when Steve and I installed cameras on my house, or this time where we had a rough time troubleshooting a computer and the answer was hilarious, or any kind of just kind of tech related project that's kind of a part of our lives and got some kind of interesting turn or twist to it, then that's something we want to share with you guys. And this is our moment where we just kind of share our Tall Tech Tale of the Week. So thanks for watching. Subscribe if you're looking for more. Like if this video entertained you at all or helped you out. And see you next time.